This is San Diego News Daily.
I'm Monica Dean. Let's get right into your top local stories. Millions of ballots are still being counted right now, but we're already getting a clearer picture of how November's general election will shape up. We're set to get the next update on numbers tomorrow at 6 p.m., but we want to show you what's happening so far. Take a look at the latest numbers. Republican Steve Hilton out in front with 28% of the vote, while Democrat Javier Becerra has 25%. Tom Steyer has 20%. That means it would be Hilton versus Becerra in November if the numbers stayed like this. However, right now, about 58% of votes have been counted, so there are still more than 3 million votes left to tally. So basically, it's too early to call. But there is some context here. We know a lot of Democratic voters held onto their ballots until the last minute. A number of them told NBC7 they wanted to fill out their ballot until the night, or they waited rather, until the night before Election Day, or they voted Election Day morning. As a result of that, we could see votes for Democrats Becerra and Steyer continue to go up as more returns come in. Meanwhile, Republicans voted early in this election, so we're still waiting to see whether this ends up being a Democrat versus a Democrat or a Democrat versus a Republican come the November election. Meantime, 3 candidates have conceded: Matt Mahan, Katie Porter, and Antonio Villaraigosa. Again, we're going to have many more updates on our later newscasts, but you could also find complete election coverage online, including reaction from candidates on NBC7.com, as well as on our NBC7 app. A new twist in the deadly beating case of that Army veteran outside his Escondido home. The home is well known in the community because of its pro-President Trump memorabilia that's displayed outside. New charges have been filed against the man in that deadly attack. He was set to be formally charged today, but as NBC7's Audra Stafford explains, that all changed at the last minute. I have a copy of the amended complaint for this case. It changes the attempted murder charge against Thomas Caleb Butler to murder. It's a charge that he was supposed to answer to today here in Vista Court, but just moments before that hearing was set to begin, the bailiff came out and said the hearing had been postponed because Butler refused to appear. Investigators say Butler is the man who was caught on surveillance video last month attacking 69-year-old Carrie Sharon and a bystander. The attack happened outside Sharon's Escondido home, which is decorated with dozens of American flags and banners supporting President Trump. Prosecutors wouldn't speculate if that was a motivating factor, but they have said the attack was unprovoked. At Butler's arraignment a couple weeks ago, the judge ordered us to hide his face as he pleaded not guilty to multiple charges, including attempted murder and elder abuse. Soon after, Sharon died from his injuries, and new charges were filed against Butler. After the bailiff announced this morning that his hearing had been postponed, Sharon's family and friends were visibly upset, and they shared their frustrations with us outside the courthouse.
Just really ridiculous rules that they allow them to do that. He took somebody's life.
Why does he have the right to say, I don't feel like going to court today? This coward who's afraid to show his face and would rather be in jail than face justice. We just pray that Carrie gets justice.
In addition to the murder charge, Butler is also facing charges of battery and making a criminal threat. His new hearing on these charges is now set for Friday morning. From Vista, I'm Audra Stafford, NBC7. Okay, let's check in with meteorologist Brooke Martell for a look at our weather forecast. Hi, Brooke.
Hey there, and happy Wednesday. Taking a look at your daytime highs up and down the coastline for today. If you're heading to the beach, we're talking some upper 60s. That stubborn marine layer as well will likely mix out, leaving us with some chances for sunshine and blue skies this afternoon. But downtown will be a little bit warmer in comparison, some low 70s. And we're warming up over the valleys. We'll have some mid 70s up to the mid 80s. We also saw that marine layer this morning, but looking at some sunshine heading into your afternoon, 80s and 90s over the mountains, triple-digit temperatures over the desert region. And coming up later on, we'll take a look at that 10-day forecast.
Thank you. Families in the Encanto area will soon have a community pool again. After more than 18 months of construction, the new upgrades at the Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. swimming pool. And first responders help save thousands of lives every day. One boy from Oceanside got to meet and thank the ones that saved his. That story is coming up next. Stay with us.
We are rolling. You're left, I'm sorry.
Let's do this.
Where do you get your information from? Well, definitely start with the local news.
The reason why I love listening to local news like NBC, they give the facts.
California families could feel
They have a genuine interest, first as people and second as a news team.
Because this is their community too.
Sometimes the news isn't always fun. Bringing it to us every day in good and bad times is something that we rely on.
Nice to have you with us.
This is San Diego News Daily.
I'm Monica Dean. Welcome back. Just in time for summer, the city pool in South Encanto is back open after a year-and-a-half renovation. NBC7's Nicole Gomez was there for the grand reopening and has more on why it's important for the entire community.
Well, there's not a lot of pool access in this area, so upgrading this one and getting it back open is vital to the community. Just in time for summer, the MLK Junior Pool in South Encanto is back and better than it's been in decades. The pool and facility haven't been renovated since it opened in 1969. The $2 million state grant funded upgrades, including the installation of a new pool deck and a new ADA lift to improve swimmer accessibility. The facility also got some love with a new roof, flooring, doors, and paint, along with lighting and an HVAC system. In honor of the reopening, the CEK Foundation is sponsoring free pool days from now through August in an effort to increase accessibility and water safety.
So that's why it's really important that we have our pool that is open and we spread the word about water safety. Drowning is actually the leading cause of death for children 1 to 4 years old, and it's a leading cause of death for all ages. And again, the drowning rates are much higher for those in historically disadvantaged communities.
This was just phase 1. Phase 2 is coming. That includes new fencing along with resurfacing the bathroom floors. It's expected to be done in the next few months, and the pool will remain open during construction. Reporting from South Encanto, Nicole Gomez, NBC7.
All right, meteorologist Brooke Martell will have a look at the pool weather forecast right after this.
On January 22nd, I got a phone call from my daughter.
rolling.
All right. She said, "Mom, the water's already waist high," and we were all scrambling.
There's been 2 wildfires that have come through. We were able to watch NBC7, and we knew that as long as they were there, we were going to be okay.
We're going to be here. We're going to keep an eye on things.
Because of you guys, they acted.
This is the source of all of this neighborhood's problems.
Everything can be so unpredictable, and we rely on this coverage.
And that's a tornado warning.
Here's a look at that 10-day forecast. Temperatures are going to stay pretty consistent up and down the coastline. We're looking at max daytime highs to be reaching those low to mid 70s through the end of the week, and then we'll cool off a little bit for the inland valleys for this weekend. Not by much. It's still going to be beautiful. We will continue to have that overnight and morning marine layer and cloud cover. However, mountain communities have 80s and 90s the next few days. We'll see more 70s for this weekend. And looking at the desert region, those temperatures are going to continue to heat up. We'll back off a little bit, but we stay close to triple digits through next week.
An 11-year-old Oceanside boy who has spent the last 4 months at Rady Children's Hospital was reunited with the first responders who saved his life. Amadeo Gonzalez suffered a rare medical emergency back in January. He had an embolism that led to a stroke and cardiac arrest. 10 minutes after calling 911, Vista and Oceanside firefighters arrived and they worked to resuscitate him.
My son was dying in my husband's arms, and he would have died if they didn't show up when they did.
You guys are true heroes. We are forever grateful. Our son would not be here today if it wasn't for Oceanside Fire Department and their prompt response that night.
Having the opportunity to come out, see the family, see how well Amadeo's been doing, and it's just outstanding, and it's an amazing feeling to be able to be here today.
Amazing. Amadeo's mom says he was told he may never move or speak again, but he's a fighter. He's now able to move his fingers and his toes. They're expecting him to come off of a ventilator soon and breathe with the help of a new pacer. They say he had no previous medical problems and was a healthy young boy, had even trained in jiu-jitsu. Amadeo, we wish you the very best and a full recovery. We have more coverage you count on at NBC7.com on this post-election day and more this afternoon. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.